Hi, welcome to Zusy Lei. And to be honest, I was struggling to make a video. I have all these ideas, I have all these things I want to do, these things I want to share. And I just couldn't for some reason. I was just struggling to, but then I was thinking about it and talking to my daughter. And here's the thing. I'm not trying to share a finished product. I'm not trying to say I've got it all. I'm not trying to just share the highlights. But that's what we want to put out. Whenever we put anything outside ourselves, anything that we try to make public in any kind of way, it's hard to share hard days. It's hard to say, we're just going to be chill. Because that's the best that we can be right now. Sometimes we're just struggling to be okay. So my daughter came up with this video idea today. I am here in my library, and I have a shelf in front of me. I'm going to flip the camera around soon so you can see it. But we're going to talk books today, but specifically we're going to talk holiday books. Basically Christmas books. I know it's November, but maybe you want some time to look into finding some books. Maybe you'll see some used. Maybe you'll have some to share with me. These aren't like the best of the best. These are just what I have, many of which have been secondhand finds or gifts or things like that. So let's see what's on the shelf. Alright, here is my holiday shelf, my Christmas shelf mostly. It might be completely Christmas, but at the same time, I would not mind including other cultural holidays in the area. It's just that that's not what I have. This one's for Thanksgiving. Gobble Gobble. Oh, I just added the second gobble because how do you just say one gobble? The Complete Book of Thanksgiving Words, and An Old-Fashioned Thanksgiving by Louisa May Alcott. These are my two Thanksgiving books. This one is a very short book, and it's a fun little story about children deciding to take on the act of cooking a Thanksgiving feast. Gobble, I haven't, this is within the last year I found this one, but it has different words relating to Thanksgiving, like Plymouth Rock and pilgrims and exploring, and so this one says ancestor, pumpkin pie, so that could be fun. They have these do you know facts. Pumpkins are one of the fastest growing plants known. Indians share was the next one. Colony. Cape Cod. Oh, what's this? The Mayflower passenger list. I probably shouldn't pull out every single book and show it to you, but In the Dark Streets Shineth, as told by David McCullough. I have not read this one yet. Letters from Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien. This one is so fun. It's beautiful. Look at that cute drawing. Isn't that just so fun? It does have them in print, but then you can see them in the letter form here. There's also illustrations. This one's a fun one. I love it. Here's one, Christmas Tapestry by Patricia Polacco, or Polacco. There's some illustrations that you'll find in that one. I have lots of collections. This one is a Christmas treasury of Yuletide stories and poems. And it's pretty sizable. And it's got a lot of your, like, Is There a Santa Claus? But you've got chapters like Mr. Edwards Meets Santa Claus. That's from a Laura Ingalls Wilder book. So you've got selections, The Little Match Girl, Hans Christian Andersen. Lots of well-known authors. There's even a Shakespeare, Cock Crow at Christmas by William Shakespeare. Christmas Greeting from a Fairy to a Child by Lewis Carroll. So lots of names that you recognize. T.S. Eliot, Robert Louis Stevenson. I have not read probably most of what's in here, but perhaps. I have so many books that I can't pull them all out. Miracle on 34th Street by Valentine Davies. We did this as a read aloud one year. It's a favorite Christmas movie of mine. I like both versions, the older one and the newer one. But it's not a very long story. Oh, what else do I have here? The Quiet Little Woman, A Christmas Story by Louisa A. Alcott. I don't know how many versions of The Gift of the Magi I have between all the collections and this standalone book. Always a good one. The 12 Plays of Christmas. I've not delved into that, but I think that would be really, really fun to do. Should I ever have enough people around wanting to do a play. How could I not? How the Grinch Stole Christmas, a Dr. Seuss book. Hi, Max. This is a Christmas Carol. I have 2 copies. The other one's not on my shelf because my daughter's reading it right now, but this one's illustrated by Robert Ingpen. And apparently my daughter's read this version too and has notes in here. But here's some of the illustrations of this version. I really love the colors of the cover on this one. It's called Happy Christmas, and it is a compilation. Okay, so it's sorted. It says Before the Feast, and it also has carols in this one. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then after the feast. So you've got stories, you've got poems, you've got some carols. What I'm trying to, I don't think they printed. I think the carols are just the words. I don't think they have the notes. Oh, they do. Look. The First Noel. Skipping Christmas by John Grisham. Funny story, my daughter actually read this when she was like 8, I think, and loved it so much. I think she read it 3 years in a row before I finally read it. I love origin stories, so more stories behind the best loved songs of Christmas. That implies that there's one that is just stories, and this is the second book, but I don't have it. The Nutcracker. I don't know where my dust jacket for this book is. It's around here somewhere. This one is E.T.A. Hoffman, illustrated by Maurice Sendak. I love the illustrations in here. I love the story. Godfather Drosselmeyer. Highly recommend. I have a series. Well, it's not a series, but there are 4 different books. The Christmas Donkey I read last year. There's also the Christmas Camera, Compass, and Stove. And they're different cultures. So this one is Switzerland, the Netherlands, Sweden, and France, which is the donkey one, which we read last year. This is Sandra Boynton. Because I love Sandra Boynton, so I had to get it. Again, I haven't read it. I really need to pull some of these out to specifically read this year. Alright, what? Advent. There we go. Advent and Christmas, Wisdom from G.K. Chesterton. This one has, you've got days, so, oh, it even has a formats for nightly prayer and reading. Oh, and we have day 7, so we count 2 Christmas, and then you've got the 12 days of Christmas. The Night Before Christmas. This book, I'm pretty certain, was from my childhood. It doesn't have our name in it, but I said I shouldn't show you every book, but I am. The Wild Christmas Reindeer by Jan Brett. There's beautiful illustrations. What else? Cranberry Christmas. Classic. That one's very beat up. I think it's, I don't even know what it says. Oh, The Christmas Story. I was like, what's going to end with an RY? Another collection, It's All About Christmas. This one has recipes and quotes and trivia and history. Like it's also very big, so it's hard for me to hold up. But oh, look at this! I just found this inside. so beautiful. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I bought this used. It looks like a brand new book, but I think I bought it used. Wow. I love that. Sweet bookmark. So here's some of the things that are inside. I can hear this creaking. It's not... This book has not been used. Here's all about poinsettias. This is so cool. And I love this. The Christmas Miracle of Jonathan Toomey. It says free CD. Have I ever listened to this CD? I think it's the story narrated by Colonial Williamsburg Decorates for Christmas. Step-by-step illustrated instructions for Christmas decorations that you can make for your home. I have flipped through this book. It goes through wreaths. It does have words to go along with the illustrations. It's got pictures. This one, roping. And this one's the Reader's Digest Merry Christmas Songbook. It's literally a songbook. It's got lots of songs. It's broken up into categories. I feel like I have more Christmas music, but not over here. And last, Jacob T. Marley, R. William Bennett. So if you have read The Christmas Carol, this is a good one to follow it up with. It's written in the style of Charles Dickens, so it has a very, very similar feel, but this one is focused on Jacob T. Marley instead of Ebenezer Scrooge. I thought it was a very good read, and one that I want to read aloud to my daughter this year. So, thank you for joining me as I showed you my Christmas books today, and I hope you have a wonderful day or evening, whichever it is for you. Much love. Bye. Thank you for joining me as I talked about the Christmas books that I've got on my shelf. I hope that you found something that piqued your interest. If you have others, whether Christmas or other cultural holidays in that season, feel free to share them with me. I would love to have some more of that variety represented here on my shelves. So, many thanks to you, much love to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.